What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. So I'm sitting down last night and I'm looking at this forum, okay? And forums are like the worst place for information, but you can get a feel as to what's going on in the fitness communities, the bodybuilding community, the fitness, I don't want to say industry, but you can get an idea of what consumers are actually doing, what they want, what they're looking for, etc. So if you're a company, looking at some of these forums might not be a bad idea to find out what different feedback from different products are and what people are looking for, you know, that other companies are not doing. Now, that being said, a consistent thing I've seen over the last, 2 years, right, is these companies, we've talked about this, loading their products full of stims, right? And what's happening now is each company is trying to one-up the other companies. So what they do is they add a little bit of more of the stims. So now they have the strongest one. And they add a new stim, or they start combining other stims, they have the strongest one. And it's literally like a shootout in the wild, wild west right now for companies to who has the strongest pre-workout. Like, that's what people think are the best pre-workout, is what's strongest. Like, that's what they're thinking, right? And I couldn't help but draw the parallels, and I know this is going on because I've been around some of these companies and individuals that are marketing stuff and how they're coming up with products and listening to what the fuck they're saying. I drew the parallel between these supplement companies and actual drug dealers. And, you know, like out in the street, drug dealers. And the reason why I'm able to actually make that jump is because I've been involved in both worlds. I think that many people have been involved in both worlds, but I've been really involved in both worlds. Like, I've been to the depths of both worlds of the fitness industry, supplement industry, as well as the drug dealing and drug using industry, and street drugs as I'm talking about. So in the real world, street drug wise, what they do is they start, back in the day, they used to cut things. They would cut cocaine, they would cut ketamine, they would cut things to try to increase their profits. They'd cut the weed, whatever. Then somewhere, somebody figured out that if they had a stronger product, the consumer would only want their product, and they would seek out their product. Now, all these street drugs have different names, labels, stamps they call them. Like heroin has stamps, the ecstasy pills have stamps. All these drug dealers and stuff are brands. Like their products are brands. They themselves are brands. They've created brands in this black market underground of drugs. And what happens is now you have, you know, drug dealers that are actually adding things to amplify their drugs. Like heroin used to be just street heroin. Now it's heroin with fentanyl. You know why? Because the heroin with fentanyl gets you higher. So that little bag of heroin with that stamp that's getting everybody fucked up, when they tell everybody else, people walk away from the other heroin and other heroin dealers, and they seek that out. So that guy's constantly going to sell out. He's constantly going to have a flow of money coming in. So now the other drug dealers say, well, fuck, that guy's doing that. So they start trying to make their product stronger, that one. And now we're at the point where people are just fucking dropping dead because it's too strong. You know, back in the day, ecstasy was these little tablets, and now they have Molly or whatever. But the ecstasy itself was pure MDMA, and you get a certain feeling. And then what happened was people getting bigger effects from certain pills that had like little pictures on them, and they would want those. So we found out that they were adding, for a website called Dance Safe USA, they were adding cocaine, they were adding methamphetamine to the ecstasy, and then they started dipping, candy dipping they call them. So they would dip the MDMA in LSD. So now the effect of MDMA, or the roll that you felt, instead of 3 or 4 hours, it was 8 or 9 hours. So they amplified it. So it's always about making something stronger so that the consumer wants your shit because you have the strongest shit. These supplement companies are no different right now. They're all cranking out these hardcore supplements that are full of stims, trying to outdo each other. So that what they're basically doing is exactly what the drug dealer did. They have their product, which is their pre-workout with stims, and it has a label and name on it, just like the stamps that the fucking heroin had on them, just like the stamps that are on the ecstasy. And they keep loading them with more and more shit to make it fucking stronger, so that you only want I only want the strongest one. I don't want a half-assed one. I want the strongest one, right? So you're specifically buying that. Now, here's the thing. When you come off drugs, you no longer feel the same way. You go through withdrawal, right? I challenge you right now today, all right? Because I'm going to look you in the face because I can't see you. If you have been taking these high stim products, you've been taking them regularly all the time for your workouts, I challenge you to go the next 2 weeks without taking a single stim before your workout. 2 weeks, all right? So 2 full rounds of training. You can't. You can no longer do it because your brain is psychologically, not necessarily physically addicted, but there is a physical and a psychological addiction, but you're psychologically addicted to feeling that high before the gym of being cranked up on those fucking stims. So when you get in the gym, you're ready to tear up that. Listen, you're squatting 225 pounds and benching 135 pounds. You do not need to be coked up out of your fucking skull on pre-workout to do that. Okay? What you're seeing is these power lifters that are lifting these immense poundages like an 800-pound squat or a 900-pound squat or a 700-pound deadlift. And what they do is they do the ammonia before and slap them around to get the adrenaline burst to move that one fucking rep because it's like a monumental fucking thing. Okay? They're not sniffing goddamn fucking ammonia if they do a 135 deadlift for 3 and a 225 deadlift. When they're warming up, they don't do that. They do that for their max lifts in competition and shit like that. But what these companies have done is they've actually gotten to your brain to the point that it is not just physically addicted to the stims, because the caffeine itself will put you in withdrawals when you stop taking it for 2 weeks. But you're so psychologically addicted to it that you literally will get in there, do a couple sets, not feel the same way, not be able to produce the same energy, not be able to lift the same weights, and you will be defeated mentally without that pre-workout in your system. Now what happens is you go, oh, I didn't have a good, tomorrow you didn't have a good workout. Fuck, I didn't have a good workout tomorrow. Fuck it, Wednesday I'm popping that fucking pre-workout again. Oh, I had the fucking workout of my life. I'm back, baby. You're back on the pre-workout. Essentially, what these companies have done is taken a page out of the drug dealers' books, and they have tried to create products that you can no longer lift without. Like literally, there'll be days where I don't take any stim whatsoever. And if I'm going into the gym, like I feel like I didn't sleep enough, it's a leg day, I need a kick in the ass, I'll take like 200 milligrams of caffeine, which doesn't give you that crazy rush, but enough to get through the workout when you're actually completely tired. But all these stims, loading them in your body, I'm telling you, the adrenaline that's being produced, the central nervous stimulation that's happening, the mental actual addiction, the physiological addiction to these, as well as physical addiction, you are now, I don't give a fuck what you say, because you're going to say no, because that's part of denial, because you don't want to believe that you're fucked at this point. You are now addicted to these supplements and need them to work out. Now, you love to work out, right? You don't want to not work out. You love the way you look. You love the way you feel. If you can't do that without the stims, guess what? You're buying those stims for as long as that fucking company is around. And if another company pops up with a stronger one, you buy that one. You start listening to people. I'm watching in the forums. What's the strongest? What's the strongest? What's the strongest? People think of stuff like C4, which I think is a very mild pre-workout stim. They don't even bother anymore. Those are for like newbies that just fucking joined the gym today and they're already taking a pre-workout. That's another thing. These companies are not just marketing towards people that are already in the fitness industry. They're marketing like a motherfucker to people that are just coming in the fitness industry. So they don't even know what it's like to work out for a length of time without any kind of pre-workout. So they're joining a gym on Monday. By Wednesday, they're like, oh, I need to figure out what to do next. No, you need to fucking learn the basics. But anyways, then they buy their first pre-workout. They sell them all over the fucking gyms. GNC, Vitamin Shop, you walk in, there's fucking walls full of these pre-workouts. And they start talking about, well, this is our best seller. Well, people really like this one. They automatically start pushing those fucking ones that people like. Why do you think they like it? Because it's chock full of those stims. Now, you as an individual who just started the gym, you don't know what you're supposed to feel like, but I guarantee when you take this fucking thing, you feel great. You go in the gym, and even on your first week, you're already feeling better. You know why? Because you have that central nervous system stimulant. Before you even fucking realize it, you're already addicted to these fucking stims. And people could say, like, you can say no all you want, okay? That's denial, that's bullshit. It's absolutely 100% fact. If you use these stimulants, I'd say if you use them for more than a couple of weeks straight, you are absolutely fucking addicted physically and psychologically. Even just the caffeine has been proven in studies. And these motherfuckers, it's not 200 milligrams. Even if you took 200 milligrams every day of caffeine, you would still have withdrawal symptoms when you stopped. But these things have 300, 350, 400 milligrams of caffeine, and on top of it, other stims that are doing a very fucking same thing to your central nervous system, and they're giving you that boost during your workout that you think you need. If you're in the gym fucking and you're not hitting these fucking crazy poundages for powerlifting, you should be in there fucking training for hypertrophy, okay? Not for just to move weight. Training for hypertrophy with progressive resistance over time, but definitely not stimming yourself out of your skull. And like, I don't even think that because it's like a bright label and it looks like candy. All these fucking pre-workouts look like a kid's candy, right? They're flashy, the fucking labels, like they appeal to people. They go out and they find like what appeals to people. What colors do they like what's gonna, what colors that makes them buy more. Like they do all this research on colors and labels. So when you walk in, you buy that thing and you're thinking, it's just in a vitamin store. It's a vitamin. It's a supplement. A vitamin and a supplement are two completely different things. There are supplements out there that are borderline drugs that do have addicted fucking profiles on them. Will absolutely fucking get you hooked. And next thing you know, you can't work out without it. If you can't work out without it, one of two things happens. Either you stop working out or you keep taking the pre-workout and working out. Well, you're not going to stop working out, okay? Because you go to shit, you feel like shit. If it's something you really love doing, you're not going to stop that. So you're going to keep taking the pre-workout and going. And we realize, guys, this is not your fault that this is happening, okay? This is absolutely not your fault that this is happening. These companies know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They know exactly how to get you hooked and fucking stay on their product long term, if not fucking forever. They know exactly the fact that they are addicting you to their shit, and they're working hard at trying to figure out new ways to get you hooked on their shit. It's not like, well, this is a great product like creatine. There isn't a single person I ever known that fucking ran out of creatine and couldn't go to the fucking gym. Okay, because creatine doesn't have that stim-like effect. There's no psychological dependence. There's no physical dependence. It's not the same. So there are definitely things out there that don't cause that, but the things that are causing it right now, it is a huge fucking problem. You get fucking 15-year-old kids slugging down pre-workout. You got 55-year-old men with hearts are already fucked up that are slugging down this pre-workout. And I'm watching these guys at the gym, and I'm like, they haven't come in a single day in this last month where they weren't drinking that fucking pre-workout on the way in, and they're fucking drinking something during their fucking workout like that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like they're taking all those fucking stims, and you know, you're not seeing them get any gains. They're not growing. They're not getting any better. Now, the whole lifestyle is fucked up, but I guarantee you may forget to eat a meal. You may forget to fucking take your amino acids, but these motherfuckers never forget to take their pre-workout, which is, I think, why so many people, when I started GIFD Labs, pointed at me and said, you need to do a pre-workout. Like, that's the biggest thing out there it's selling. It's the biggest category. You need to get in there into that category. And I was kind of like, I don't want to compete in that category. I don't like what's going on. And the more that I looked in, the more I looked in, the more I looked in, the more I looked in these stims being combined, and realizing what they do to the brain, the serotonin boost, the dopamine boost, the fucking increased weights in the gym, the stuff that when you stop taking it, all go backwards. That stim effect, if you take a stim before your workout on Monday and you're training chest, the following Monday, if you don't take that stim, you're going to see a decreased performance than you did the week before. It's just a fucking fact. You can watch it across the board. So my thing is pre-workouts, if it's a stim pre-workout, it should be very mild stim. Use sparingly when you actually fucking need it. Not an everyday thing. But a pre-workout, I'm telling you guys, pay attention in the next couple of months. The industry is going to fucking change. You're going to see some shit popping up. It is absolutely going to fucking change. Because we're going to fucking push it, okay? We're going to fucking force it and push it in another direction. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, guys. I'm going to get it from other companies. I'm going to get it from fucking other bodybuilders. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. We're pushing this fucking shit in the right direction to where you can do something that is not going to make you addicted. Something that's fucking not going to keep you hooked and force you to use the product for the rest of your life if you want to keep on track, guys. So pay attention to what's going on out there. Look up every ingredient in the fucking pre-workout. And then ask yourself, like, can I go to the gym tomorrow, not take my pre-workout and have a great fucking leg day? Can I go to the gym Tuesday, not take my pre-workout and have a great fucking chest day? If you think you can, prove it. Go fucking do it. Right? Don't prove it to me. Prove it to yourself. Go fucking do it. Do it for 2 weeks. Let's see how your performance is at the end of 2 weeks when you stop taking those stims, and let's see how you feel physically over the course of 24 hours for 2 weeks, because you're going to go through the withdrawal symptoms too. So I don't think anybody out there wants to admit that they've been duped. I don't think anybody out there wants to admit that, well, they did it by their own choice and it's just a pre-workout. It's just a vitamin. It's not a big deal. I don't think anybody wants to be proven wrong that they're addicted to something physiologically and psychologically, but I don't think anybody else is really going to be telling you this information, guys. I really don't. I think that what they're going to do is continue to put out stim pre-workouts and push more and more stims and try to fucking take more of your money, keep you hooked on their fucking brand. And I think that's the whole goal of a lot of what's going on. But I have loved this fucking sport. I have loved this industry. The last 27 years, I fucking have lived it night and day. There's so much that I've put into it. And it has given me back so much. Me talking to this camera, you paying attention to me, is what was given to me from this industry, the supplement industry, the bodybuilding industry, the fitness industry. And to see these fucking scumbags walking in, and maybe they've been there all along and I just wasn't hooked in the right places to see them, but to see these fucking scumbags in there using drug dealer tactics, being basically legal drug dealers to get you hooked on their fucking products, makes me sick to my fucking stomach. BioStraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is the blog. It's the bullshit bicep, and we are out.